Good morning, students. Here is the lecture for Civil 2. As we have already finished our syllabus, so these lectures they are only for your revision purpose, and I am giving you the revision of those topics which are very much important from examination point of view. Okay. So last time we have discussed the classification of the second order partial differential equation of degree 1, and right now I am going to discuss one more method which is known as Chapit's method. Okay, so Chapit's method is basically used to calculate to find the solution of the partial differential equation. So as we see, what are the first of all the basic steps I'll tell you, and then I'll explain this method with the help of the example as I have given, as you can see on your screen. Okay, so Chapit's method is basically a method which is used to solve the partial differential equations. Okay, so here we will use the symbols small p and small q, and you are very familiar with these symbols. Small p stands for curly z over curly x, or it is curly f over curly x, and small q is curly z over curly y, or we can say it is curly f over curly q. Okay, so what are the basic steps? First of all, we denote the given equation by f of x, y, z, p, q. Means f is a function of x, y, z, p and q. And we will mark it as equation number 1. After that, you have to remember the auxiliary equations of the Chapit's method. What are the auxiliary equations? You can see on your screen. It is dx over minus curly f over curly p, dy over minus curly f over curly q, dz over minus p curly f over curly p, minus q curly f over curly q is equal to dp over curly f over curly x plus p curly f over curly z, and dq is curly f over curly y plus q curly f over curly z. Students, you have to remember these 5 auxiliary equations. After that, you will put each and every factor being calculated from f. You will write over here and you will find the value of p or q as suitable, or any solution by solving these two, or you can use the method of multiplier also. From these equations you will get either the value of p and q, and then putting that value, whichever value you have been calculated, you will put in the given equation and will get the another value, that is p or q. Basically, you have to find the value of p and q using these auxiliary equations or any multiplier and the given equation which is marked as equation number 1. Okay, after that you will use the result that dz is equal to curly z over curly x dx plus curly z over curly y dy. Curly z over curly x means p and curly z over curly y means q. Means you will use the relation dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. After putting these values of p and q, you will separate the variables, and on integration you will get the required solution. So this is the basically method of Chapit's method, that how it is useful to solve the partial differential equations. Okay, I will explain this method with the help of the example also. So basically, sometimes it has been mentioned in the exam or in the question paper that solve this partial differential equation by using the Chapit's method. But if it is not being mentioned, you must know the application of Chapit's method. If some numerical is there in the question paper that you have to solve this partial differential equation, then you can use the method of Chapit's method also. Later on I will discuss with you one more method is there to solve the linear partial differential equation. Okay, so let us illustrate this method with the help of an example. Okay, so with example the concept will be more clear to you people. So what is the basically question? The question is we have to solve z square is equal to pqxy. This is the equation. So I will mark this equation as 1, and let us denote this equation by f of x, y, z, p, q. So it will be z square, and the factor on the right hand side p, q, x, y, you will shift it on the left hand side. So this is z square minus p, q, x, y. After that, I have told you the second step is to write the auxiliary equations. So what are the auxiliary equations? The auxiliary equations are dx over minus curly f over curly p, dy over minus curly f over curly q, dz over minus p curly f over curly p minus q curly f over curly q, then dp over curly f over curly x plus p curly f over curly z is equal to dq over curly f over curly y plus q curly f over curly z. So these equations you have to learn thoroughly by heart. You must learn these auxiliary equations, then you will be able to learn the method. Okay students? Okay, then I will write, first of all I will tell you how I have written all these factors. First of all, we have curly f for curly p, means we have to write the partial derivative of f with respect to p. So when you are partially differentiating with respect to up, you will keep y, x and q, they will be constant. So it will be minus qxy. Okay, derivative of p is 1, z square is 0, so it is minus qxy, and this minus will get multiplied by this minus minus plus, so I'll get qxy. The other vector is curly f over curly q. Curly f over curly q means minus pxy. So minus minus plus, so it will be plus pxy. Then dz minus p curly f over curly p. You will multiply this vector with minus p. Then minus q curly f over curly q. On simplifying, I am getting it like this: pqxy plus pqxy, which coming to be on adding to pqxy. Then we are having dp over curly f over curly x. Whenever you are partially differentiating f with respect to x, you will take y, z, p and q as constant. So curly f over curly x will be equal to minus pqy. Okay, then p into curly f over curly z. Curly f over curly z will be 2z. When it is multiplying with p, it will become plus 2pz. Then dq over curly f over curly y, it will be minus pqx. Then q into curly f over curly z is 2z, so this becomes 2qz. Okay students, clear? So we are seeing we are not able to solve these 5 auxiliary equations directly, so I'll use the method of multipliers. So here I am using the factor dx plus x dp and q dy plus y dq. Okay, so what is sorry, not q dy, it will be dy only. Sorry, I have written it wrongly. There will be no q is over here. So dx plus x over dp is equal to dx is q xy, then plus x dp. Sorry, here it will be pdx plus x dp. Here I have written rightly. Here it will be, the factor will be it should be equal to p dx plus q dy. Okay, so what you are going to do, sorry, wait a minute students. Okay, so the next thing that I am going to discuss is simplifying. I am getting pqxy plus x minus pqy plus 2pz. Then it is q pxy plus y minus pqs plus 2qz. Okay, after that what will you do? You will do like this, that when you simplify it, the above factor x into dx, sorry, p into dx, I forgot to write p over here, so students please be attentive over here. You have to write p over here. So p dx plus x dp can be written as dxp. You can apply the product rule, x into dp plus p into dx divided by 2pxz. Please simplify it, and on simplifying we are getting this factor, and this factor on simplifying I am getting as 2qyz. This is dqy, because on, if I apply the product formula of differentiation, I will get q dy plus y dq. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled, z and z will get cancelled, so we have d of xp over xp plus d of qy over qy. So here students, you can see in denominator there is a factor, and in numerator there is the differentiation of the same factor. Okay, so if I integrate it, I will get log of xp is equal to log of qy plus constant log of c. You can use c also here. Why I am using here c square, I will tell you later on. Otherwise you can use c only. Okay, so if I am applying the properties of log, I am getting log xp is, here it is log a plus log b, that is log a into b, c square into qy, and this log and log will balance. I will get xp is equal to c square qy. So if I put the value of px in first equation, I will get z square is equal to px into qy. So writing the value of px as c square qy into qy, I am getting c square q square y square. So that's why students, if I am taking the under root, I will take only positive value, that will be c qy. That's why I have written over here c square. Otherwise you can take c. In that case what will happen, here the value of z will be reduces to under root c qy. So to just avoid that under root, I am just writing over here c square. Otherwise If you wrote C, then it is also okay. Okay, so from here I am getting the value of Q as Z over Cy. So what is Px? Px, as I have written above, Px is equal to C square Qy. So writing the value of Q as Z over Cy, on simplifying I am getting P is equal to Cz over x. You can verify it also, students. Okay, now we know the relation that dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. P means curly z over curly x and q means curly z over curly y. So students, we have calculated the value of p and q over here. I will write the value of p and q, p as cz over x and q as z over cy. So if I simplify it, make the variables separate. So dividing z on both sides, we have dz over z is c dx over x plus 1 upon c dy over y. Now the variables are being separated, so we can easily integrate them. So if I integrate it, I will get log z is equal to c log x plus 1 upon c log y, plus instead of writing the constant only, I am writing over here log a. So on applying the properties, this c will come into the power. It will be log x to the power c. This will be log y raised to the power 1 by c plus log a, and log a plus log b plus log c is log abc. So log and log will balance. So on simplifying, I am getting as z is equal to x to the power c y to the power 1 by c into a. So z is equal to a x to the power c y to the power 1 by c, where a is the constant. So this is your final solution of the given partial differential equation. Clear to you what is the method? And here students, I am giving you one more question for practice. Please try it by using the Chapitz method for the revision purpose only. The equation is you have to solve p square plus q square into y is equal to qz. Please simplify, do this question on yourself. Okay, so students, again I am explaining you this method again. Basically the Chapitz method. Chapitz method is a method which is used to solve the partial differential equations. Okay, so basically the steps you have to learn, the steps I will summarize you people once again. First of all, denote the given equation by f of x, y, z, p, q is equal to this one. Take that number as 1, mark it as number 1. Okay, then you have to remember the auxiliary equations of Chapitz method. The auxiliary equations are dx over minus curly f over curly p, dy over minus curly f over curly q, dz over minus p curly f over curly p minus q curly f over curly q is equal to dp over curly f over curly x plus p curly f over curly z is equal to dq over curly f over curly y plus q curly f over curly z. Okay, so you will write all these factors here and you will solve it. If you are able to solve them directly, then it's okay. If you cannot solve them or the solution is impossible from here, so you will use the method of multipliers over here to get the solution. So students, by using these auxiliary equations or the multiplier members and using the given equation, you have to find the value of p and q. Now what is the basic purpose to find the value of p and q? You have to use the relation at last. This relation I will tell you where it I have written that this relation dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. P means curly z over curly x, q means curly z over curly y. So you have to calculate the values of p and q. Whenever you will get the values of p and q, you will put that value in this relation. That is, you have to keep remember this relation also. The relation is dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. Now you will make the variables separate for integration purpose. When you will separate the variables, please integrate them and you will get the solution, and your solution will contain one constant. Okay, so this is the all method steps for the Chapitz method, and this type of question can come in exam for long answer type. Okay, so students, for your practice purpose, I have written one more question for you. Please do it, try it on yourself with pen and paper, and if you are unable to solve it, please ask me. You can ask your query. Okay, so hope so the content of the lecture is clear to you and there should be no problem at all. Please go through this method because this method is very much important from examination point of view. Okay, so please go through this lecture thoroughly, and if you have any kind of doubt, any problem is there, please ask your query through phone call, again through WhatsApp number, or you can ask your query through my mail ID also. So do the practice. There are much more questions and examples in your textbook. Please go through them solve it, and feel any kind of difficulty, any question query is there, please ask me, don't hesitate. Thank you so much.